Wow, hot and cold.
A very
as
different
usual.
mood. Anyway, hi.
Hey.
Hello, guys.
What's up, guys? You're probably wondering what the heck is this video? Like, it has nothing to do with what you usually do.
Yeah, listen, it's been a working process. To be fair, I feel like we wanted to do this since last year. I remember we talked about doing something like this, just like sitting, having a drink.
Casual vids.
Casual, talking, just like...
Casual vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we did one video about that, like when we talk about being 30 and stuff.
Yes, I remember.
It was
We
fun.
were slightly drunk. Slightly.
It was fun. And so since then we were like, yeah, we should do it again. However, life happens.
Life happened.
And so I don't even know why we never turn around to do it again. But
we just had other things to do.
I guess.
And like things, just videos to, put out.
That makes sense, yeah. But like recently I was talking with somebody and they were asking me like, oh yeah, like how often do you meet with BB, blah blah. I was like, oh yeah, we meet twice or three times a week. And she was like, but do you still have things to talk about?
I would like to say that is a little bit sad because come on, you know somebody for 12 years, why would you not have things to talk about?
Of course you're gonna have things to talk about. Even like you can have things to talk about every day. But anyway,
you know what's the funniest thing that I noticed when we go like on vacation or anything, every time we like sleep in the same room and we're like, okay, let's go to bed. Nah. An hour later, oh, and remember when? Blah, 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 blah.
So yeah, basically we thought, okay, let's take this predicament apparently that just we talk a lot and put it in front of the camera. So we came back to the idea again.
Sometimes we just have random shit to say.
Yeah.
And we're like, let's share it with the people.
All the time. It's just random, but it's fun.
Yeah.
However, the timing is what it is. As the time we're recording this, today is Friday.
And the 3rd of November.
Is it the 3rd?
It's the 4th, sorry. 4th of November.
I don't know. It's a day in November, early November, Friday. And the Itaewon tragedy happened last week.
So, wait, context. All right. For those of you who already know us, we're obviously French expats, but we live in Korea. And so we were in Korea during Halloween, and therefore, if you know about what happened in Itaewon, that's it.
And we debated a long time whether or not we wanted to talk about it, to be fair. In the beginning, it was like we both were more in the optic of let's just not address it because we don't want to have any headlines.
I didn't even want to have remember.
I don't want it. Like,
I didn't even want the memory of it, but it's kind of like...
But at the same time, yeah, we also like... In the beginning, we were like, we're not going to talk about this.
Yeah.
And in the end, we're like, isn't it even more insensitive and more weird if we just don't address it
and
at
just
all?
Come back with like content like,
and
hey guys,
kiki, laughing. No, we can't. Like it actually happened. It was traumatic to me. It was traumatic in two ways. To be fair, we're just gonna talk about what happened. Yeah. That night because we were in Itaewon and we were very close to the place, the alley it happens to.
You were in.
I was in the freaking. Anyway, we're gonna talk about the whole thing, and just go from there. Just like we need to get it out. And
yeah, we just this is just a way for us also to kind of like heal from the whole experience. Obviously, a lot of people are traumatized, and so even my level of, I mean, it's not a competition obviously, but my level of trauma, I consider I'm lucky because I'm traumatized just from the thought of everything. And the people who actually survived and were in the actual thing when it happens, it's, So I think for everybody, we can just, we'll let you know what happened and from our perspective and just kind of try and move on from it in the most positive way possible while still thinking about the victims and remembering them and praying for their families. So yeah, that's kind of it. So how was it for you though?
Okay. Basically, I was in Itaewon. Like, we had a plan to meet with her and two other friends in Itaewon around, like... What was the time? Meeting time? Was it 9?
9 p.m.
It was 9 p.m. We were supposed to meet at 9 p.m. I was in Itaewon, like, around Itaewon, Haebangchon. It's another area over there, a bit farther away from the bar. Yeah. From the bar area. We were there with my boyfriend, so we had, like, a drink. We ate over there, blah, blah. And we were waiting for them to arrive, basically. And so, okay, they're starting to be on their way. Everybody's a bit late. And so we just walking. There's a lot of people, but it's still manageable because it wasn't like in the middle of it all, And so we walk. Everybody's having fun. Everybody was having fun. People were like, wearing the costume, taking pictures.
It had been 3 years with no Halloween.
It was really like a good mood at the time. And the more you get close to the main, like the subway and the main area, the scarier it gets. Because now you really, it's not you cannot move. At this point, you can move, but very, very slowly. And so we were like, the idea in the beginning was that me and my boyfriend were supposed to arrive earlier to get a spot somewhere. However, when we arrived there, it was already full. And we were still like, maybe we can find a place, but because we don't see yet the main area, so let's just see the main street. And if the main street is a mess, we just go. And so you get caught in the wave of people. Like, you just, once you're in the movement, you really can escape the movement. So the moment you turn, like we were in the road street, and then you turn the first time, you're done. You just have to follow and exit whenever you can. So we were in the first time we turned, we were like, oh shit, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have come here. It's too much. Too many. But you're already stuck, so you have to, follow the flow of people. And we come in the main street, and I was like, at some point I didn't have any reception, I don't know why. So
too many people.
Maybe, yeah. And so I was like, oh shit, I need to tell them that we need to
That's
go.
when you called me.
That's when I called her, because call worked, but internet no. So I was like, okay, I don't think we're gonna make it. We need to get out of here. Like, anyway, even if we're here, and even if you come here, there's no space to get into. So just let's meet somewhere else. Let's go somewhere else. And that's when we finally, like, next to Fountain area, blah blah, finally turned back, went down, and went back to the subway. That's where we met. We waited a bit for everybody to arrive, and then we went to Hannam, which is another neighborhood down there with a lot less people.
Like, honestly, I don't know if she's gonna watch it, but shout out to Alexandra, because literally when you told me, because me, in that time, I'm in the subway and I'm emerging out of the subway, and I'm already kind of freaking out because I'm a claustrophobe just from by nature, and so I was wearing a coat, and we were going up the stairs, like, one by one. Like, one stair, wait. So I'm already starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm thinking, once I'm out, I'm good, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm following, and she tells me this, like, oh, I don't know what to do, But in the meantime, our friend was like, guys, I just arrived, but I can't, I don't feel safe. I can't get inside. Like, I'm not going to even walk in the street. And I was telling Leslie, oh, no, I'll find you. Let's just stay and, like, be in line for the club. I'm saying that to her.
But you can say that when you don't see the thing.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. So it would have been, obviously, I think if I had seen it, I would have been like, okay, that's a little much. But
I wouldn't say yes. That's my point.
Exactly. But in that moment, no. Alex is texting and she's like, no way. So already, because she's already out, I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's that bad. And then Leslie called me again. She was like, nope, abort mission. We're not going. And I'm thinking, oh my God, like, bro, like, if we had been maybe, that's what we were saying, if we had been 5 years younger, with the hype and everything, we probably would have kept going.
Yeah. You're, but like, it's part of the experience.
Yeah. We were like, oh, we're too old for this. That's where we all agree. We were like, okay, we're all like, nah, we're too old for this. Let's go to a quieter place. 5 years ago, I would have been like, no, let's go to a club. Excuse me?
Anyway, so then we left, and when we were at another bar, that's when my boyfriend, like, started receiving texts from his friends, and they were like, oh, there were three people dead in Itaewon. Already we're like, what is going on? Like, what? Like, how?
3 people is already like a fucking crazy,
it's, like, insane
nightmare.
And then videos I really didn't want to see.
Yeah. Started popping up, and like.
So you see the videos, you hear the number increasing. It went from 3 to 50 in cardiac arrest
in
to
10
100.
minutes.
It was like, it get out of hands. But what? Okay, at the time already traumatic. We had a lot of problems, like trouble to get home, to get back home. You had to cross the bridge. Like, find a cab,
I had to go by foot for like 30 minutes.
It was a whole mess. It was just like
Maya walked for maybe an hour.
Yeah.
She didn't get a cab at all. Like, everybody was panicking. I thought I was going to be, like, by myself. There was a bunch of people just walking. Yeah.
And so everybody's already, of course, freaking out. It's a dramatic event. Every news outlet talking about it. Like, it's bad. Like, I was calling my dad as soon as I could, because I was like, if this news get out, they would freak out. They would absolutely freak out abroad. My aunt, like, called me at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., like, panicked.
What the hell?
Panicked. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, no, I need to tell them fast that I'm okay. And for me, like, the second wave of trauma came yesterday, 2 days ago. 2 days ago, when I realized that I was actually in the same street. Like, when we turned to come back to the subway, that was actually the street, and it was an hour prior to the
And I
thing.
told you this, but at that point, you didn't realize.
I
You
really
were like,
thought...
no, I was in the street. I'm like, no, you were... Because I looked at the video, and I know where Fountain is. The club that we wanted to go in, and they were queuing to go, was literally the spot of the accident. And
we never queue, by the way.
Yeah, we know you turned back.
Wait, I mean, I never went to the...
Yeah, I know, but I know it was that street.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? It was the one where there's like the barbecue place.
Jesus.
And so I remember I was with my boyfriend at home, and when I realized this, I had not even a panic attack, but like a wave, and I didn't tell her. But when we saw each other, I was like, you do realize and you were like, no. And then 2 days later, she's like, yeah, I just realized this is where I was. And I'm like, I don't like to go into what ifs and stuff, because I don't need to be like emotional or whatever. But literally, I was like, this could have gone left way worse than what we thought.
For us, at least.
For us, yeah, obviously. Other people weren't that lucky.
That's literally a matter of luck. A matter of luck and timing. That's
Pure
what
luck.
carried me. Like, you have no control over it. It's just one thing. Well, okay. We still don't know what really happened that day. Like,
there's still speculations everywhere.
And I don't want to spread any false information or whatever. The thing that we know for sure is that from 6 p.m. there were calls to the police.
They
and blah,
tried
blah.
to call,
Yeah.
but people did not like the police probably didn't think it was. They couldn't even imagine that it was gonna turn that way, because 3 years ago it was the same amount of people.
I personally believe that they were very understaffed.
Yeah,
like,
they were.
There were
it's
not
a fact.
enough.
They said it.
There are not enough policemen for the scope of the event.
To say to people, you go this way, y'all go this way, don't. Because if you look at the way Itaewon is set up, everybody was going from every direction to that one spot.
Makes no sense. It's a mess.
Anyway, so obviously we're not gonna, get into speculation like the cause or whatever, but this is just to say, we're fine. This was our experience. It's still pretty like traumatic, and imagine it being traumatic for us who were not there and who got lucky to get out before everything happened. So I'm definitely thinking, like, every day I'm like thinking of the people who survived and the people who did not survive, who were in that street at that moment. And yeah, I think it's gonna take a long time for the country to recover, because mind you, they haven't even recovered. I mean, they never will, but there hasn't even been enough time between the Sewell incident and now, and this happened to two young people. This is gonna be like, first of all, Halloween will never I think Halloween will never be celebrated again in Korea.
It's too.
It's not gonna happen, in my opinion. So
also, it's not even a Korean.
It's
thing.
Not. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
No point for them to like push it to continue to happen.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I also, obviously, the most like the thought and prayers obviously go massively to like the victim of the incident. But I did find myself thinking about like, Itaewon already got a hit from COVID, and I think this is gonna seal the deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if Itaewon as a commercial area will recover from this,
because
all the businesses.
Like, the how do you call this? The image associated.
Yeah,
with
now
Itaewon
it's like a curse. Almost.
First of all, it was in the beginning. It was like, oh yeah, COVID spreading area, blah blah blah, and now it's like tragedy area.
I don't see it coming back as a
not
commercial
yet.
area, at least as a party area.
Yeah.
I don't see it coming back.
I can't even like.
It could come back, but I don't think it's gonna be. I think people are gonna have a trauma from this for at least a couple years. Like,
I wanted to go to the. They put the altar.
Yeah.
Like the memorial and stuff for the victim. I can't go. I wanted to go yesterday or 2 days ago when I had time. I was like.
I thought about it, but
I just literally physically cannot.
Yeah, I can't. I think a lot of people who were there can't go back.
I'm gonna break down if I go there. I'm gonna break down.
Yeah, I'm not.
So I was like, you know what? No.
I'm gonna be like doing my prayers from a distance, because I don't know if I am able to actually go there. So I think Itaewon is now gonna be avoided for a good amount of time before we are able to move on from this. But
this actually ties to something I wanted to but like talk to you about. I saw yesterday on Korea Times an article, and the title was, let me find it. Where is it? It's not this. Okay. So Grieving Nation cancel cultural events, but some artists say music can be way to mourn. So basically, in the article, they said that they're gonna cancel the concert, release of albums, blah blah blah, like festivals and stuff like this, because we're officially still in the mourning period. By the way, like until tomorrow. But like I feel it's not only gonna be canceled until tomorrow; it's still gonna be extended for a while.
Yeah.
And so there is like some artists that says like, do we have to cancel it all the performances? Because at some point I understand that it's a mourning period. However, this is my job, this is my livelihood, and this is also a way for some people to cope. And okay, so I want to debate, because me, I see both sides. I see what they mean. At some point it can be insensitive for like just having fun, blah blah. But I'm thinking, when I have a bad time, the first thing I do is put on music. So belittling, like putting this music as something trivial, you know what I mean? Like something like that can just like, okay, it's just a extra thing that we need to remove. To me, it's a bit, first of all, harsh on the artist.
Yeah.
Because as I said, it's their livelihood. This is literally their job. So you're just saying you're not gonna work for X amount of time. And at the same time, it's also something that can be useful to some people. So what is your opinion on that?
I feel like it's a bit similar to you, because it's like, okay, when you tell somebody whose first source of living is music, that hey, you can't release your album, or you can't have an event, it's definitely harsh on them, because obviously they're losing money. But the way Korean music, like the process of releasing music in Korea, the way it works is usually if you release music, you also have to promote your music. So it's usually you release and then you go on like the Inkigayo or whatever. I mean, at least in the case of K-pop, or even K-pop. Single like solo artists. But like,
do they go on Inkigayo and stuff?
Not all of them, like K-pop artists.
Yeah, more K-pop.
But like even the solo ones, I mean, I'm sure they go on like a certain kind of press run, like radio, whatever the case may be. So if you're gonna do that, I guess I understand why the government thinks, oh, it would be insensitive to just like release music and kind of go around and promoting your music while people are actually not ready to be receiving that. But however, if you modify your, like the guy said, modify like your presentation, I guess, to make it, okay, we're thinking of the victims, we're thinking about them, and this is the music we're putting out to help people cope, I guess it could work. But I can understand why the whole process, like the way it's packaged, could be seen as insensitive. So
basically there should be like a reform, not reform, but like for a period of time, this is how if you release music, this is how you should do it. Like if you still want to release music, okay. However,
but how?
But just put it on the
problem?
melon, like on websites or whatever.
Yeah, but like as an artist, you have to promote it. Otherwise, how do people even know?
This person said they lost 70% of their income this month. How do you like? This is a hit.
Because think about it that way. Even if an artist, let's say, doesn't go to Inkigai or whatever, they release an album, they at least have to post it at least on their Instagram. And so I can already see somebody posting and like, hey, my new album is out. People are going to rip them apart in the comments, because they're going to be like, how dare you posting something about you? Even though that's not, he didn't do anything wrong. People are able to actually ruin their reputation. So I'm thinking, is it better to lose some money for like maybe a month and come back the next month?
Okay.
Or do you just want to expose yourself to people who are going to be like, you're an asshole because you posted about your music?
But then question, when is the appropriate amount of time?
A month.
Why?
Because it's like, okay, right now, literally, like October, November are pretty much tied together because of like the holiday season, right? But I feel like even I don't know what's the mourning period for a human works. I don't know. I don't know the natural, like, from when can you move on? I don't know that. But I'm thinking... It's different
for everybody, first of all. But
it's definitely different. But I'm talking about, like, general, statistically speaking, I don't know. But I feel like a week is definitely impossible. 2 weeks, it's like, you're pushing it, because people are just now trying to even like get around to doing funerals. All that stuff is still happening. 3 weeks, still happening. 4 weeks, it's like, okay, the person is most likely, the funeral happened, the family has done their goodbyes, right? So now they're in this position where, okay, now we're going home and now we have to face our reality, right?
Okay, I'm playing devil's advocate here. The government said it was 1 week mourning period.
Yeah, officially, yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
So that means that every, like, as a, from the government point of view,
Yeah.
from the business point of view,
Yeah.
it's a 1 week thing.
Yeah, like from tomorrow, people can go back to business.
So that means that for them, the music industry, the entertainment industry is lesser than. And I think that's what their problem here is that you believe that my work is useless.
But then
I don't agree.
It's art.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's lesser, but it kind of is associated with celebrating.
No,
even if
not
the
always.
Yes, it is in general.
I
You
know.
go to a concert, it's like you're going to for like a leisurely activity. It's
Yeah.
not like you're like people going to work to a bank and going to work and like having a concert is definitely not the same.
Yeah, but it's unfair for the people.
Yeah, it is
working
unfair.
there,
It is
right?
unfair. I'm just saying the reality is it's definitely not considered like people who are releasing it's
not
like
a priority
yeah,
for them.
it's not. But so for me, a month as a like an unofficial period where you can now start, you gotta promote your work. You gotta start
How
working
are you,
again.
If you're like, I'm going to think in the eyes of somebody that is not like a super strong or super famous artist. How do you survive without a month of revenue?
I don't know. The people who just begin, because we don't know. People might have even been planning a comeback or a debut album or something, and now
I feel bad for them. Like, this is literally something they have no control over. And as you say, it depends on what people are how are they gonna perceive your coming back.
Because if you prepare a freaking EDM album, obviously that's like if IU dropped a ballad album,
It could work.
They can absolutely market it and be like, this is to help people.
Yeah, right.
Somebody who drops a freaking EDM album or like
a
dance
music,
music,
like it doesn't flow.
even rappers can also like be.
I'm not sure.
If
Depends on
the lyrics,
about,
if what they talk about, they can always. But somebody who's like dropping like a party album, come on. But thank God, I feel like it's holiday season, so I feel like just in general, people have like maybe more wholesome content. That it might like they might I don't know Christmas. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea.
By the way, how do you think Christmas is gonna play out? I forgot about Christmas.
It's the holiday season. I'm not even thinking about anybody else, because I feel like life is they're gonna continue living even though it's hard. But I'm thinking about the families.
No, man.
Not even Christmas. The Sunang exam is coming up.
When is it?
I don't know, but I just filmed some content with some company about this. So I think it's in the next few weeks.
That's true. It was November.
Which is all about the youth and da-da-da. So yeah, there's a lot that's gonna be tempered down, including the holidays, I believe.
I feel, oh my God, there will be so.
And this is also like revenue for everybody going down. All the businesses. I mean, for the holidays. Yeah. Anyway, so for us at least, I feel like for me, like my priority personally, just me personally, was just to try and like heal from it. Not forget about it, because I don't think I'll ever be able. But just get back into just everyday life, because I feel like me personally, if something traumatic happens, I tend to just kind of stay. But I fought this like a crazy person. Like my biggest thing is like, if I'm sad, I will let myself go. Like I will have a hard time cleaning around. Like literally, I have not stopped cleaning my apartment because I was like, I will not fall into that depressive state. I refuse, because I've done this before and like literally it was crazy. The day it happened, the next day, my boyfriend came over. Usually when he comes over, I usually put an alarm so that I can get and like clean up around. Like he's not gonna come in and it's gonna be a mess in my place, right? So I usually like try to clean up and like prepare some, like not prepare, but like get some food ready for him to like come and like eat, because he'd come from like a faraway place. He found me literally hungover first of all, because we had been drinking before we went home and everything. We had been drinking. Usually I would go home and like drink like an anti-hangover. Didn't do any of this. I went home, talked to my parents. I slept at like 5 a.m. Completely heartbroken and stuff. So he found me. My place was it was a mess. And it would have continued, but I was like, no. I actually started like just trying to keep my living situation like as clean and tidy as possible, just to not spiral down, because I don't know how you did your healing process, or how
I kept busy. Like Sunday, I was like, if I have 1 minute to myself to think,
gonna start crying.
It's too much. It's too much. So I kept busy on Sunday. Monday, what did I do? Monday I had a shoot. Well, yeah, I also had a shoot. So I was like also busy. Very nice. Like, let's meet people. Let's do something.
Yeah.
And Tuesday was the day I realized, because then I was not busy Tuesday, and I started to see the oh my god, Instagram. Huh?
It's terrible.
Instagram is the devil. Anyway,
you have to mute everything to not see stuff.
Yeah, and I started seeing this is when I realized, like, oh, I was there. I was like on my bed, like shaking.
Yeah.
I was shaking on my bed. I was like, no. And then I was like texting my boyfriend. I was like,
oh yeah, did you guys talk about this?
Did you know? Like, he called me on Sunday, like he was telling me a bit more about everything happened, like how are you, da da da. But like I was like, actually, did you know that we were on that street? He was like, yeah, that's why I was freaking out on Sunday. I was like,
I knew the whole time. I'm like, are you sure?
Oh my god, okay.
That's what I told my boyfriend. I was like, do you know Leslie was like in the most dangerous situation, that all of us.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a good. Anyway,
that was not good.
Okay, so as we said, we're trying to heal from this, so we're trying not to talk too much about it, because when I'm thinking about it, I'm starting to shake.
Yeah,
so
I think this is the first time that we actually like had a conversation about it. That's like kind of the first time, so at least you guys know roughly what happened. I wouldn't advise watching anything, even if you're curious. I'm telling you, it's traumatizing. You don't need to.
And the people that make reels out of this, please stop. Like, what is this?
I cannot believe I saw this.
Why would you do anything?
Like, you cannot take video. Like, not only the fact of taking video, I guess you want to inform people, but like to edit it, put music over it, and share it.
Like, a reel is.
He didn't even blur the people's faces.
Oh my god.
So, a lot of people are just doing crazy stuff. Just crazy stuff is happening. But anyway, I'm sure there's going to be more developments about the story as we go. And, the police is trying to, look for the cause and whatnot. So our thing right now is we just want to, at least on this channel, to keep it really positive. But we couldn't just come in and just like, hey, how are you doing? And talk about other stuff without talking about it, because it's ridiculous. You can't just ignore the big ass elephant in the room.
And there's a lot of the good thing is that there's a lot of support that's been put in place for people that have been there and like being traumatized by it or want to talk about it. So you have the Korean resources, you also have the English speaking resources. We're gonna link some down below if you're, for example, you're in Korea and you want somebody to talk to about it, because
we'll put them all in the description bar. And I mean, the conclusion is we're fine.
Yeah.
We just need a bit of time to kind of like, and I'm sure it's everybody's situation. Everybody's like traumatized, and I think if we keep busy, keep talking about positive things, and just trying to move on slowly
and learn from this bullshit,
and
learn from this mess. Honestly, like no, we need to never do that again. That's what we need to do. Anyway,
so that was like I feel pretty good, because it's like, okay, you kind of need to let it out. But that's pretty much that was also one of the reasons I was kind of happy to do this format, because sometimes that you just can't prepare. You just gotta talk casually, like it helps a lot with like mental health and stuff like that. So but anyway, just trying to move on from this. Let's be positive. Let's talk about positive things, at least for this moment here. But basically, we're gonna try to do this format. Obviously, this one episode is quite serious. We've been quite serious. We had to talk about what happened. But we're trying to just kind of like every week. I don't know how that's gonna go. It depends on your
2 weeks, every once a month, at least once a month.
Yeah. It depends on like your reaction and if you like this kind of format. But basically, our plan is to kind of like have casual conversations about what's happening.
Very low edited.
Yeah, like very casual way to have a conversation and talk about what happened recently. Obviously, this is not going to be focused so much on Korea as our other content. So if you look at our channel, you'll see like it's very Korea focused. But this is like free space. We're talking about different things.
We're talking about what literally we talk about when we meet. That's
yeah,
the plan.
yeah.
That's the plan of this. It's just like having the private talk, but in public.
Exactly.
That's it.
Not so secret. Anyway. So, yeah. Anyway, so let's move on and have a bit of a chat.
Yeah.
I will ask you, it's kind of like interview style.
Oh my
God.
God.
Like, what have you been doing, watching? Like, what's something that you want to, like, recommend, I guess, that you've been watching or doing lately in your life?
Like, wow. There was something I've been watching recently, like, up until last week, was House of the Dragon.
Oh!
Because I remember...
Spagliato with prosecco
in it.
That meme.
Oh, stunning!
Stunning!
That the stunning that's killing me. Oh, stunning!
I love that. I saved it. I'm never gonna use it, but I saved it. I'm like, yes. Absolutely.
That's a drink of choice.
Yeah, if I ever go out to drink anytime soon, I'll be like, I would like a Negroni with I heard the Italians say Spagliato. You're not supposed to pronounce the G, I guess. Spagliato with prosecco in it. Why not? But anyway, House of the Dragon.
Yeah, it was very fun. Like, I remember you telling me about this, like, was it August? When did it start? August or beginning of September or something like this. And I was like,
so good.
Netflix destroyed me, so now I cannot watch a show every week. Like, literally, I feel very annoyed at Netflix for this, because now I'm like, why would I wait?
It's part of the charm.
I know. Now I kind of regret, because there was you know what, I regret, but not really, because when I was watching it, there is this channel like Alt X Shift or something.
Oh, I love them.
I love them. So I was watching one episode
and then get the rest
right after, like, explain or whatever, and I was like, ooh, so this is this guy. Ooh, this is what's going on. So much fun.
Him and Heavy Spoilers.
I don't know Heavy Spoilers.
The best. These people probably made so much money off of that series.
Oh my God.
Heavy Spoilers and that guy made, like, there is so many videos that have so many views
and
about this one, because they made videos about the films, the
books,
the fucking books, the theories, everything. Excuse me, but the research that goes into it.
I mean, and I cannot, like, I was really thinking about that. I cannot wait for, like, every week.
No, I kind of like it. It's kind of the charm of it. Like, I'm like, because I'm watching the whole week. I watch like videos about the episode, right before the new comes out, I watched the latest summary.
But, like, for example, the Alt Shift blah blah. Since it's like they have so much research into it.
Yeah.
It's always, how do you say? It's not at the same time as the release of the first episode. They have to take some time.
Then I watch Heavy Spoilers.
Is it like on, like, instantaneous? How do they do
They're
it?
on, I don't know, but every time there's an episode that comes in, they're like, episode 9 summary explained. I'm like, whoa. So I wait. I don't know, but they're really good. And it's not their only ones. There are a bunch of channels. I don't remember the names, but there are a bunch of channels. Well, so anyway, that's a good show.
I was very happy because my Game of Thrones, like, OG heart was very satisfied. Yeah, honestly, it gave the vibe of the beginning of the series, like the first seasons. And I was like, yeah.
Alicent or Rhaenyra? Wait, no. Young Alicent or young Rhaenyra?
Young Rhaenyra.
Adult Alicent or adult
Rhaenyra? Exactly! I think adult Alicent.
Because young Rhaenyra is she's a boss.
Everything.
She's a boss. She's a little stubborn and a little like she acts like her shit don't stink. But I mean, what else would you do if you're a princess?
I mean, she deserves it. Like,
I would be like,
I'm not mad
you should kiss the ground I'm walking on. Period. But the adult Alicent is such a bad bitch. I'm sorry.
God, I love her. Did you finish, by the way?
I did. Obviously.
That last scene freaked me out.
See, I never watched that episode. You know why?
That's why you didn't.
Literally, the platform that I watched it on is Nunu TV, and it has like all the shows that I think for free. And literally, the last episode, they put it in Spanish.
Is it still Spanish?
Yeah. What the fuck? I don't understand what happened. So I just basically watched the summary. Because I knew the story. Anybody who watches the other explained video, because they put the books and everything, you already know the end. And also, they already spoiled the ending in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and Joffrey.
Yeah, Joffrey already spoiled. So you know how it ends. So I didn't really care. So I knew who was going to die. I knew that. But the scene, I saw the scene. I was shook.
You know how many times I replayed that scene? Like, I was, like, replay and see, like, you know, like, frame by frame, like, tuck, 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 like...
When it came out?
Oh, my God!
And I like how they made it because in the book, they don't know if he died or not.
Oh, really?
There's like 3 versions. Like, because in
the book...
Spoiler! Oh, yes, spoiler alert if you haven't watched. But anyways,
don't say specifically who, but okay.
It's in the book, everybody knows.
No, if you didn't read the book.
Well, anyway, I guess.
Don't!
Okay, the person...
Somebody died!
We will know. We will put a heavy spoiler right before. But before, like in the book, the person is supposed to either... They don't know. So the book is told in the way like, oh, we weren't there in the sky with them. So obviously we can't tell you. But people say. That's how he writes it. I love it. Because he's like, some people say he fell into the water, drowned. Some people say he got eaten. And some people say he fell, got washed up alive, and lost his memory and started living as a peasant. And he lived like very peacefully and didn't remember anything.
I will keep that one.
Yeah, I like that one too. Because I'm like, that's kind of...
Oh, by the way, talking about Game of Thrones, I recommend... something that you recommended me.
What?
I need to find the video again. The guy who rewrote the last season.
Oh, I watched that.
Yeah, you watch it.
Yeah.
And I need to find it and link it down below or link it
genius.
here because now this is my official ending of Game
and
of
it makes so much more sense.
It's like I forgot the whole season before. This is my official ending now.
It makes so much more, especially the death of Cersei. I'm like, but yes,
literally, that's what we wanted.
You could have just done it and be done with it, but no, you decided to ruin this anyways.
So anyone who want like a real ending of Game of Thrones, like make sense, a believable ending of Game of Thrones, I will put the video
link
here.
it. Yeah, no, that was a good show.
Amazing.
A show that I would recommend. Has nothing to. Yeah, I don't know. That was.
What was that?
It was water.
My eyes on the...
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Anywho, a show that I work on is actually a reality show. I'm really into reality shows. Like, I love them. I know it's like guilty pleasure. It's not supposed to be good TV. But there is this show called Transfer Love. The finale has come out.
Transfer Love?
Yeah, Hansen Yone. That I talk about all the time.
What's the premise?
Man, you showed it to me. Like, you sent me a picture on WhatsApp and it was like the top shows. It was the 3rd picture.
Ooh?
Yeah. You showed me something recently. Yeah.
What was the premise?
So basically, the premise is that you enter a house. It's always about a house. You enter a house with your ex. Nobody knows whose ex is who. Like, you don't know. You just enter the house, and basically, it's either you live together for a while, and then basically at the end, you either choose your ex or you choose to be with somebody else. So basically, you're supposed to kind of like not rekindle your relationship, but you're trying to like heal, I guess, and whatever happens afterwards. You're healing. And the second season, oh my god, it was so like just so juicy. Like, I loved it. And obviously you hate people, you love people, and at the end it's all good because they're all friends at the end, whatever. But
they got paid.
Yeah, they got somebody made a post about how much they received. I was like, I'm sorry, $20,000.
Book me. Call me. I want to be.
No, literally, like dating
20,000?
shows. Yeah,
per
for
episode
all the episodes, 20,000.
Oh, that's not that much, then.
It's not that much.
You compare to like other shows, like
they say this for like maybe
Love
3 weeks.
Like this.
Oh yeah, that must be a lot. But yeah, they got paid a hefty amount.
You get paid a certain amount, then from the following you get from the show, then you get other stuff like the brand deal.
Oh yeah, like that.
So you get,
let's not even talk about
money.
that. You become rich, okay? But yeah, it was such an interesting show. It was really like guilty pleasure when I'm too like I don't want to think about any serious things. That's what I would go to.
Turn off your brain.
Yeah. Turn off your brain and watch this. It was really good. But yeah, that's the show that I watched recently. Ah non mais on va en parler ou quoi là? We're gonna die. Okay.
Oh, you know, because I'm seeing like a North Korea again. There's a lot of news about North Korea shooting stuff, and I actually contacted the embassy. That's my boyfriend told me, like, you need to contact the embassy
for
like,
what
to ask them
in case
what to do in case. And I was
what
like,
did they say?
Nothing, those bitches. Like, I sent an email because you cannot call them.
Wait! It's going too fast. You mean to tell me you literally casually called our embassy just to see what we should do in case of war?
Of course, you need to know. Because he was telling me just in case, like, the parking lot not far from your house is like a disaster zone or something like this, so you can go there. However, you need to know what to do if there is a problem, because you cannot call nobody at the time.
Context.
You cannot do anything.
Context.
I'm freaking out.
Context.
Like, what the fuck?
The context is we keep like literally every day there's a new headline that says that North Korea keeps launching missiles like very close to South Korea. And I'm like, we're millennials. We're 30. Barely. We have been through too many once-in-a-lifetime events. I'm tired.
I'm tired as hell.
Can we, like, have a rest? And now freaking North Korea is just threatening. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing. Literally, I don't know. I don't know if it will impact to anything. I hope not. But
apparently it was as a warning to the US and Korea and
Fuck
South
you,
Korea.
what warning? I will kill... Anyway, so I sent an email, like a nice email, like...
It's the fact that you actually contacted them. You're so dramatic.
You cannot... No, at all. Don't you want... Okay, if I get a reply, you don't want the answer?
I want to know
okay,
that.
Shut up.
You need to put me in
Shut
CC. BCC. I need to know, but that is dramatic. No, because I thought you called them.
But I wanted to.
Excuse me, what do we do in case of war? Excuse
it's a valid
me.
question.
Yeah, it is a valid question.
But like you cannot call except it's for like official events or emergencies. I can't say it's an emergency. Emergency. Like what do I do?
No, because literally I'm looking at the headline. I'm like, is nobody else freaked out by this?
Yeah. But anyway, so they didn't reply to me. I was like, felt very offended.
You know the people who kept doing jokes when we said that we were moving to South Korea, and they were like, "Oh, are you sure it's safe in North Korea?" Well, yeah, that didn't age very well. Because now I can't even be like, that's a dumb thing to say. It's not. Because now we're actually receiving, like, the last missile arrived, like, 24 kilometers from, like, one of the shores in Sokcho. Like, near
24?
Sokcho. 26 kilometers away. That's not very far.
You lie. What? Sokcho?
You know how, yeah, so I think it was Sokcho, like, the edge.
You lie.
It was in the sea right next to it. I'm like...
I thought it actually exploded, like in
the street. Like, yes, they launched it in the sea.
Freaking god!
I don't know what the hell.
And nothing is done.
Nothing. I don't know if nothing is being done. They're probably not going to tell us citizens, but
not even Korean. They're fucking weird.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I'm very.
The embassy needs to reply to me. I will send it.
Slightly concerned.
I will send it. Or maybe I should call the. No, I need to call the embassy.
Let's stop calling people. Let's wait until they give it, because they will email us.
No, I need to know.
They will email us.
When?
If it's
when the war broke?
If they know something is brewing, you know the embassies are going to be starting to reach out to, like, their people and be like, hey, let's do this. We received a bunch of email even during COVID, remember?
Did I?
Yeah, from the consulate. You didn't?
I didn't.
You need to go and get... Did you have your consulate card even?
You have a card? Oh my god. You have a card? What? You have a card? No. When? Why? I thought I'm freaking serious right now. Why? Why do you have a card? For what?
There's actually no reason in the world I should be friends with you, because you
have a card?
You do not value your life. When we moved to Korea, the first freaking time, you were supposed to go to the consulate office to get yourself a consulate card so they can say, hey, we have a French
registered. I'm on the register, but I don't have a card.
How do you know if you don't have a card?
Because I did it when I had I had to renew my passport. I went there.
Okay, so they know you exist.
I am supposed to be on the list somewhere.
But you're supposed to have a card.
I don't have a card.
You need the card. Why don't you have the card?
Why don't I have the card? This is concerning as hell.
We are in
another email. How do I get the card?
No, you're supposed to just go there and ask, and go with your ID
without
and your
an appointment.
I don't think I had an appointment. Anyways, you need to check their website or something.
The heck?
Because it's been 4 years.
You have had a card
for 4 years.
For 4 years,
and you still
never
don't have
told
a card.
me.
How did I? You were born. Who's born in France between the two of us?
You know. So
you're the most French out of the both. How would you not know? Like, who told me this? I don't even know who told me. My mom told me because she wanted me to get the Senegal card, but I was like, I don't even have my Senegalese passport, so I went to the French one. And you probably know because we were in the same school, taking the same classes. You know, if I went to the consulate, we lived in the same building.
You have your life? I don't know.
I cannot understand you.
I can understand you. You have a whole life. Secret life.
Now you need to give them a call.
Yeah. Oh, by the way.
How the hell? Because if you're in the registry, they should have given you a card to say, like, this person is registered to...
I think they registered me because they wanted me to vote. It was at the time of the
So then
election.
you are in the list, but you need to actually
because I received the paper to vote.
Yeah. You need to get the card.
Yeah,
Get the card.
Anyway.
Let's get the card. That is so. Anyway, yeah. Also, I don't know if anybody knows, but technically, we were talking about this. Like, we are in a wartime. Like, it's not official. It's not peace, not over. Which is mind-boggling to me. We're like living cool. It's a wartime. Like, obviously, it's a truth. I think they're in the truth right now. Yeah, officially, it's like a truth. I guess. Like cold, like whatever. Yeah. And, like, North Korea is just, like, going at it.
No, they're crazy.
They need to calm down.
It's like, sit down. Just, like, sit your ass down. Shut up.
On the most serious note, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's a little scary.
It's super scary. I didn't know it was 26 kilometers away from Seoul.
I read this on Korea Times.
What the heck?
Shout out to Korea Times. They're always on top of the news. Every day there's a new, like...
It's like Korea Times and Korea...
The Herald? Yes.
Those two are like, yes.
I that's the first thing I open every morning, because I'm like...
This is my... What do you call this? When you open a new tab?
Yeah, that's the official... Yeah, me too. It's like the official one. But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of scary stuff happening.
No, it's not a great time. I wanted to ask you that by, like, accordingly to this, what do you expect 2003 to be? 2023.
What does that mean?
Like,
for me, for the world, like how?
Like, we're gonna be in the right place, everybody. Like, I feel we're just going downhill from here.
I think that the world has never been... This is my personal opinion. Fight me in the comments if you want. But I feel I feel I'm genuinely, like, this is dead ass, because I love to be like, let's be positive and all that, but in reality, in my opinion, the world has never been in a good place. We have never been in a good place. There has never been peace everywhere. There's always something happening. So in my opinion, whatever your year will be, you have to make it happen in the realm of your capacity, because some people wish they could do this and they're in, like, a war-ridden country or something. So my thing is, I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. Literally, my whole thing is, like, 2022 has gone so freaking fast. I have never felt time go back this fast. Since 2020?
Yeah.
I'm like, why are we in November already? Like, I feel like we should be in May.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
That's true.
I'm just doing my best. Literally, sometimes I'm by myself and I'm thinking, I'm literally just doing, I'm hanging on by a thread.
Which is actually, I think, like, the case for most people.
Yeah.
There. But, yeah, for me, it's just, you remember your, can I say her name? Your friend, like, she was telling me about her, like, we're from the same year, the both of us, me and her.
Yeah.
And she was telling me about, astrological events and things like that. She was like, she had a friend that is very into astrology and just, like, the planet signs and blah blah, and, like, from your sign she's gonna kind of deduce things that are gonna happen to you. And, like, in the beginning of the year, she told her she was gonna have a shitty year basically. Like, there's gonna be problem happening. But that means that for me too, because we're in the same year, right? And that is freaking true. I had so many.
Yeah, you had, like,
I suffered.
You broke your foot?
I suffered this year.
What else? You had, like, some
I had a lot of inside issues. I have a broken foot for 2 months. The freaking Halloween stuff.
That's why I'm a little scared for next year.
But the good thing about that is that she said that this year is shit. However, next year is going to be good.
See, that's why I can't do this kind of stuff, because I don't need to know.
Now tell me next year is good, I will like it. Like, I'm okay with that. Don't tell me next year is shit, though.
No, things just... For me, honestly, I think I'm constantly in a state of fear. This is true. Yeah. I'm constantly in a state of fear, and literally I get out of my house and I put on a happy face and I'm like, hey! I'm always scared.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, I know.
That to put on a
Yeah, but what else do you want me to... I'm not going to go and be like, I can't.
You need to talk to, like, a therapist or something.
I know, and I signed up for BetterHelp, but
Did you?
I signed up, but I never went through with it.
Why?
Because it's too expensive.
Like, recently?
Yeah.
How much
After we broke up, me and my boyfriend, I was like, I can't do this.
How much is it?
It was like $65 a week, which I know is, like, very cheap compared to real therapy. Like, real.
A week?
Yeah, a week.
I mean, how many sessions a week?
Like, one time, I think, no?
It's like 60...
60 a session. 65 a session. Yeah, I think so. But I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't afford it. Like, I had the money, but I was like, if I'm a freelancer, if shit happens, I'm not gonna put this, like, you know, I know therapy is important, but at that time I was like, I can't put this as priority. So that's, like, one of my goals. Like, once I have, like, disposable income, like, real disposable income, I kind of want to do that. I think everybody should take therapy. Everyone.
Yeah.
But it's not a lot of people. It's kind of like a luxury.
Which is sad though. The fact that they don't consider it to be like, you know, when you have like insurance, stuff like this, when they pay you back for some physical stuff, but they don't take it
for mental stuff.
Yeah, it's not as important for mental stuff. Which I don't understand, because if you're fucked up, if you're like in a fucked up state, you cannot do shit.
It's definitely something that needs to be taken into account. But I don't know about next year. I just want my family to be safe and sound and healthy. That's all. Literally, that's the only thing I can think of. The people that I love, I need them to be in good health. Yeah. It's my dad's birthday today, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was just like
the
4th of November. So I was just like, he better be in good health. And I literally, instead of just being like, happy birthday, I was like, you better listen to me now.
Enough is enough.
Yeah, because my dad likes to not go, like, he goes to his appointments. Yeah.
Oh, why do they do that?
No, he goes, but like, he's just too cool about it. I don't like it.
What do you call
we have to
reluctantly.
We have to we have to harass this man.
Makes no sense.
For him to, I'm like, you need to figure it out.
To be fair, I'm the same. You have to.
Well,
really push me to go to
I need to push myself because I don't like it either. But I need to push myself to do it.
Anyway,
he's been on the plane like for the past 3 weeks.
Back and forth. Yeah.
After we just had a conversation about how he needs to he needs to sit down. Yeah. My dad doesn't listen to me. Nothing new. That's why I'm stubborn.
Why would you? Him. Well, why would he?
Yeah, he's my whole father.
like, shut up, kid.
My mom, he doesn't listen to anyone. My mom is sad. But it's his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, he's really cute. I feel like he's getting cuter.
You say that every year.
Yeah, he just gets adorable. Yeah. Like, I'm like, ooh, daddy, you're so cute.
Daddy,
anyway.
I'm in love.
Yeah, daddy, I'm in love.
Anyway. You have anything else to say? Or do we wrap it off?
I feel like this whole thing was about mental health. If you really look at it, like how to maintain your mental health, like how to maintain it, how to be happier.
Find things that you enjoy and just do that.
Oh, I also decided to kind of like calm down with my expectations.
Yeah, me too. A while ago though, but like Kapchagi, suddenly.
Not suddenly. It's been something, but like I want to move. I decided to move. Like, I'm moving.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm moving. Okay. But I kept getting frustrated because I was looking for exactly what I'm living now, but for cheap. And I was like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
and closer to the city
I've been telling you, like, she wants to upgrade and pay the same thing. Like, shut up.
But, like, because I was okay with paying more because I know she's going to raise the rent anyway. Yeah. So I was like, if I'm going to pay that amount, I better be closer. But I didn't want to live in a smaller place. So now I think I can live without the loft.
Bravo!
Character development!
We like to see it. So that means that windows are still requirement.
I'm okay with having just one.
Oh my god!
But that really annoys me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Light is everything to me.
Yeah, light is important. I say that, but
we have to film also. That's like part of our thing.
No, but like I'm saying, I'm laughing at you. But
yeah, but you have to window. You got shit to say. You have a balcony. Shut up. You're fine. Literally, you have a balcony. Like shut up. Yeah. So like my thing was to have like 2 windows or whatever. I'm still gonna fight for it, but if I don't find it, okay. I found options that are okay.
How did you?
Yeah, I found good options, but they're not gonna. It's here in Korea. You have to like if you're gonna look for a house, you look like a month before, not 3. Because it's not
a month.
Sometimes 2 weeks.
Sometimes
it's too
like by weeks, huh?
Yeah, things disappear.
You're ready to move next week.
So the things that I've seen now, I know they're not going to be available, but I know there are some things.
Why can't you move now?
Because it's my responsibility to find a new tenant, and I'm too lazy to do that.
It is?
Yeah.
If you go to the agency,
I can ask to the agency like, hey, can you like start looking? But the problem is the timing.
No, but you're like, what if I find something before what's happening?
Yeah, but what if they don't find anybody?
No, but you ask them. What is the options I have?
Yeah, I could ask, I guess, but I just didn't want to. The thing is, if my contract is gonna end in February, I might as well just wait. Like I don't really,
But like, if you find the perfect place.
If I find the perfect place,
what happens?
I guess, I guess I would talk to the agency first,
but fast.
And be like, do you think you can find someone by that time? And then ask the house, can I move in by that time?
Yeah. Anyway, so.
What about you? Oh, yeah. I don't know what are your, like, last words. Not last words. Yikes. Not your sword.
No,
Your
please.
your conclusion.
The fuck? Okay, it's not a conclusion, but something I found and I forgot to tell you about. It's super weird to me. Like, how lucky must you be for that to happen to you? A girl somewhere in the States went to, like, she won the lottery. She won, like, was it 300K in the lottery? And she went to receive the prize. Yeah, she went to the store to receive the prize. And on her way there, she just scratched another one. She won again. She won her 100K more. What the heck? You just won twice the lottery in a couple of days.
Go get your accountant. Invest right now.
Like, what?
I will invest like half. Like, not even 60%.
Yeah, but like...
And just wait.
I guess because, okay, after tax, maybe she had like 200K.
Yeah, I will go and like...
put 100K somewhere.
Yeah, 150. 150. I'm fine with 50,000.
Jesus!
150, and then I can do my thing. Oh, if I ever...
you must be lucky. Somebody was also, like watching over you.
Someone in Gangnam won like $1 million. Yeah, because it was $1 billion. So yeah, $1 million.
Good for y'all. You know what? Some people are...
I was gonna be a hater, but you know what? Nah. Yeah, you know we're all struggling right now. Like, you need this money.
Take the win.
Yeah, don't do a win is a win. Did you see that meme?
No.
She's like, the voice is like, a win is a win. A win is a win. Like, so everybody in the like who made like the memes are like, when you're like in the bad situation, but you have like this one thing that's going for it, the person is like, a win is a win. A win is a win.
No, this is literally the conclusion here. A win is a win. So when you have a good thing happening to you, roll with it. Take it. Anyway, so this was whatever that was.
I think that was a good talk.
It was a good talk, but I don't know how it will look for other people.
I don't know. Like, we
for me, it was good.
It was good and therapeutic.
Taking things out of the chest.
We're just kind of like pushing it out to you guys. If you want to discuss stuff in the comments, also. If you like this format, we could absolutely do it again. You know, like, we definitely want to do something like this again. Let us know in the comments. I don't know, any suggestions that you might have, or even a name for this format of video, maybe, or whatever, a subject you want us to address, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. It can be something about Korea, but it doesn't have to be. Like, this is the thing what we said earlier. This is going to be about everything.
Yeah, everything.
So it doesn't have to be related to Korea. So whatever. And yeah.
Thank you if you stay up until now, because I think it's going to be a freaking long video.
That was a long one.
It's a freaking long video.
If you're still here, you're a real one.
And we will see you next time.
Bye.